BMW just did something to one of its most iconic SUVs that a lot of longtime owners are genuinely upset about. And I don't mean a paint color. I mean a feature that's been part of this car's identity for over 2 decades, and as of last month, it's completely gone. I'm talking about the all-new 2027 BMW X5. Officially revealed at the end of June, and as of yesterday, you can actually go onto BMW's own website right now and configure one. Which means for the first time, we're not guessing anymore. We know exactly what changed, what it costs, and why the BMW community has been arguing about it non-stop. So let's start with the thing everyone's talking about. The split tailgate is dead. If you've never owned an X5, here's why that matters. Since the very first generation back in the late 90s, the X5's rear hatch has opened 2 ways. A glass window that flips up on its own for quick access, and the whole tailgate that folds down like the back of a pickup, so you've got a flat surface to sit on or load cargo onto. It's one of those quiet, practical details that owners genuinely loved. On the new car, it's just one piece now, a single liftgate, like basically every other SUV on the road. BMW didn't try to hide this or bury it in a spec sheet. When people started asking why, BMW's own X5 project lead came out and said the tailgate was removed primarily for design reasons, not cost, not a technical limitation, a styling choice. And that's exactly what's got people fired up. Because it reads like BMW looked at one of the X5's most useful, most loved details and decided it just didn't fit the new look. BMW hasn't spelled out the engineering reasons beyond that design comment, but it's not hard to make an educated guess. A single sealed liftgate is simpler to build, lighter, and a lot easier to weatherproof, which matters more than ever now that this same body shell also has to work for a fully electric version. None of that's confirmed by BMW directly, so take it as reasoned speculation rather than fact. But it would explain why a purely styling-driven explanation left so many owners unsatisfied. And the new look is a big swing. This is the first X5 built on BMW's Neue Klasse design language, the same styling direction we've already seen on the new iX3. Up front, the traditional twin kidney grille has been replaced with a much more vertical, almost illuminated slatted grille that stretches down the nose. The headlights have shifted to a sharp, X-shaped daytime running light signature. Around back, the taillights are now a thin light bar that wraps almost the full width of the tailgate. This isn't a one-off either. Neue Klasse is BMW's whole design and technology direction going forward, already showing up on the iX3, and coming next to an all-new i3 sedan. The X5 is just the first time it's been applied to one of BMW's actual volume sellers here in the US, which is exactly why this redesign is getting so much more attention than a random sedan update would. The new X5 is also physically bigger than the car it replaces, and BMW's actually published the numbers instead of leaving us to guess. It's grown to about 196.5 inches long, roughly 2 inches more than before, riding on a wheelbase that's stretched by a similar amount. It sits a little lower overall, gains about half an inch of ground clearance, and comes in just a touch narrower without the mirrors. Cargo space lands around 23 cubic feet behind the rear seats, or 65 with them folded down, which is basically a wash compared to the outgoing car. So nobody's losing practicality here, just the one clever hatch that lets you skip bringing a folding table to a tailgate party. Reaction has been split right down the middle, and that's putting it politely. Enthusiast forums lit up within hours of the leak. Some owners think the front end finally drags the X5 into the next decade. A lot of others are calling it overstyled. The X-shaped lights in particular keep getting called tacky, and more than one longtime owner has said flat out that if this is the real production look, it's a hard pass for them. The interior is arguably even more divisive. Gone is the old dual-screen setup curving toward the driver. In its place is a single, wide, seamless display stretching across the dash, paired with a thin strip running along the very top that shows basic trip and navigation info at a glance. There's also a new steering wheel, flatter at the top and bottom instead of fully round. It's a clean, minimal look on paper. In practice, some early reactions have called it a step backward, with one comment comparing that top strip to decades-old digital displays. Whether that's fair or just resistance to change is something you're going to have to judge for yourself. Because I'll be honest with you, from photos alone, it's genuinely hard to tell how it actually reads in person. Now let's talk about what you actually get, because this is where it stops being just a styling debate. Right now, the only version you can actually configure in the US is the X540 xDrive. It starts at $74,100, and once you start adding options, a fully loaded build lands right around $103,000. Under the hood, that's an updated version of BMW's turbocharged 3-liter inline-six, now paired with a mild hybrid system, good for around 400 horsepower once you factor in the electric assist. On paper, that's a real step up over the outgoing model, without changing the formula BMW's leaned on in the X5 for years. That's just the opening act, too. By the end of this year, BMW's expected to add a rear-wheel drive X540, a plug-in hybrid badged the 50e xDrive, and the M60e xDrive Performance Hybrid. And somewhere in that lineup sits the genuinely historic one, the iX560 xDrive, the first fully electric X5 BMW has ever built. It's not on a dedicated EV platform. It shares its underpinnings with the gas and hybrid versions, but it does get BMW's newest electric architecture, the same one already powering the iX3, which means meaningfully faster charging than anything BMW's sold before. Zoom out further, and this redesign is part of a much bigger plan. Back in March, BMW confirmed the X5 is going to become the first model in its history offered with 4 completely different drivetrain types. Combustion, plug-in hybrid, and fully electric are all landing within the next year, with a hydrogen fuel cell version reportedly joining the lineup in 2028. That's a genuinely unusual bet to make on one nameplate, and it tells you BMW sees the X5 as the test case for how far this whole Neue Klasse approach can stretch before it breaks something people actually cared about. Given the tailgate reaction, that test might already be underway. So here's where I land on it. Every generation of the X5 has picked a fight with somebody. The current car looked nothing like the one before it when it launched, and most owners eventually came around. But pulling the split tailgate is a different kind of change. That wasn't a styling flourish, it was a feature. People bought this car partly because of it. And BMW's answer, essentially, is that it didn't fit the new design language, full stop. Whether that trade is worth it depends entirely on whether you actually used that tailgate, or whether you just liked knowing it was there. If you're shopping this at $74,000 and up, you're getting a genuinely more powerful engine, noticeably more tech, and a design that's either going to age like the Neue Klasse cars before it, or become the one everyone points to as the moment BMW went too far. Drop a comment and let me know. Is losing the split tailgate a deal breaker for you? Or is everyone overreacting to a feature most people never used anyway? I'll be reading through them for the next video. This has been Jerry. I'll see you in the next one.